Okay, a few Q&A things, or frequently asked questions, I guess. Currently, the waiting list is long and weird, and people have priorities. Priority A, B, and C. And A is, for example, clients who are already knee-deep in their tattoo, they're just waiting to have it finished. B is clients who are already booked, paid a deposit, everything's sort of planned out. C is people who really wants to get tattooed, we've already communicated, but we haven't made it any further than that. And then there's a long list of people who are just, you're on my newsletter list, and you're stuck there until better days, really. Sorry, you're just waiting for me to send out an email saying I'm taking new bookings in, and I don't know when that's gonna happen. I am currently in northeastern England, a place called Whitley Bay. Most people think I'm in Copenhagen or Barcelona. Both are wrong. I've left those places behind, and I now live beyond the wall, the far north. Actually, we live right south of the wall, as far as I'm aware. Of Hadrian's Wall, I mean, not the one from Game of Thrones. Did you think that? Nerd. Beautiful place. Lovely coastline, close to Bamberg, that you might all know from a certain series of books by Bernard Cornwell, and the Holy Isle called Lindisfarne, which is where the Vikings started the Viking Age by attacking a bunch of peaceful monks. Yeah, nice, isn't it? It's very close by. We're also quite close to York. So if you're in the whole Viking thing, this is a pretty good place to be. There's also an old Roman fortress and stuff like that, and the whole wall that leads that way across the country. Hadrian's Wall. Google it. It's older than America. Do you do conventions? Will you come and visit my city? Can I pay for your flight and hotel if you come to Abu Dhabi to tattoo a sleeve on me? The answer is no. I am not going anywhere at the moment. If I will be announcing it, but as my life is right now, I spend half my days with my son, and that's not going to change. I stay put here because this is where he is. So if you want to get tattooed, find your way to northeast England, hang out, enjoy the weather and the fish and chips.
Sorry, that last comment got me.
It's alright.
Don't mind me.
The cameraman needs like a bit. So you can just chomp down on that. Normally, yes. Right now, no. My best suggestion is that you follow the link to our Northern Wind book project, back the book, and get the book when it comes out. And use that with a tattoo artist. Apply this to a tattoo artist and water and watch it grow, and you will get a tattoo out of it. Because I'm simply too busy to do custom designs as it is. I spend all of my waking hours that I have free drawing and creating for this book. So I do not take commissions at the moment. That might change in the future, but who knows. There's a lot of people that think that you can get what I have in my head just from going on Google and typing away with the right keywords. And I can tell when I get this question, where can I learn about the runes? Where can I learn to draw like you? These things you do, how did you come about it? You're all hoping that I know the exact words to put into Google. I don't. It doesn't exist. Behind me is a small selection of my books. There's like 3 times as many spread across the property that I inhabit, and a few thousand files on my computer as well. I've spent years nerding this. That's where my expertise on the matter comes from and my creativity comes from. If you want to be able to do this or nerd out on it, just find books, start nerding it out. It's the best way of doing it. No, I made a whole video on it that I suggest that you go and watch. Essentially, I do modern interpretation of old Nordic artwork, and I don't pretend that I can recreate anything historically correct, especially within the realm of tattooing, where we don't know if the Vikings were actually tattooed. Watch the video, and you shall not watch me rant. When people ask me what kind of tattoos I do, I generally say that I do ornamental tattoos. I don't do portraits and soft shadings and stuff like that. But any type of ornament that you could imagine being carved on wood or stone or hammered into metal or engraved on people's skin with a tattoo machine, that's what I do. Victorian, Art Nouveau, Tibetan artwork, old traditional mandalas, Nordic styles, Anglo-Saxon, Celtic, stone carvings, petroglyphic, all of these things, that's stuff I'm interested in. And it's, if you look through my work, you will stumble upon it. I know a lot of this is a lot of Viking Age stuff, but I do more than that. It's just the Viking Age thing caught on. It became a big thing, but I do black work and geometry and script, Tibetan and Sanskrit and stuff like that. I do that too. Yes, I do collaborations. Normally, it's something that's quite accessible for me to do with other tattoo artists. Right now, when we're filming this, not really possible. But on a general basis, yes, I do collaborations with tattoo artists that are fun to work with. I'm up for more, especially in the future when things get easier. There's some factors that play in before I can give you an approximate quote. So I need to know like your height, your weight, your age. Have you been smoking most of your life? Do you eat terrible food? Are you a healthy human being? These things all play into the condition of your skin, the size, and thereby the size of the canvas and stuff like that. And with that information, I can give you a quote, a more precise quote at least. I mean, I can always say a sleeve takes about 6 days, because that's usually with me what it takes. My tattoos are rather dense and there's a lot of ink going in, a lot of details and a lot of freehand time. But you might be huge. You might be one of those big American football players, and then your arm is twice the size of my leg. It's all individual, and we'll have to communicate about it. And some of the styles of tattoos I do are much more open and takes less time and stuff like that. So I can't really just be like, oh, this long. What I can say is be patient. And if I give you a quote and say approximately this much, this long, it's an approximation. I can't guarantee anything, because you might turn up and it might turn out that your skin is horrible or you have high blood pressure and it's difficult to tattoo you because there's constant fluid from your skin. It's normally not an issue, but it happens. There's certain factors that can slow me down, in which case your tattoo will take longer, and yeah, it'll potentially cost a bit more. Did that encapsulate it? Cool. Keep the rig up. Let's just play the rest of that video that